with celebrity lines, sometimes there is that aspect of somebody just endorsing something. This is totally different because this is my company.
Generally, I don't think any of these new brands are offering anything new that hasn't already been in existence, just under different packaging.
And of course, every single celebrity will claim that they have been deeply involved in the process. They don't know everything about fragrance, and they're not expected to, but they are expected to have played a part, because otherwise it's very obvious what is going on.
Hi guys, Isabella here and welcome back to the channel. So today's video, as you guys can tell, we're going to be talking about a very interesting topic that, oh my god, I've been dying to get my hands on. We are going to talk about celebrity beauty brands and why they need to stop and why they are honestly so problematic at this point, and getting to the point where it is just an absolute cash grab. So there's many things that I've been wanting to talk about with this, and I know many people have seen brands like Fenty Beauty, Rare Beauty, Rem Beauty, all of these celebrity-based cosmetic companies or skincare brands even, and I wanted to dive into this a little bit deeper, some of the intricate things that some people might not think about when they pass a counter for one of these celebrity brands. And so that's what we're diving into today, and the big problem with this aspect of the industry. So before we hop into today's video, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, and click the bell button down below. My outfit vlog channel, Angel Talk podcast, merch, and everything else will be in the description below. And yeah, let's get into it. So the problem with beauty brands that are from celebrities, I really want to mention a content creator that honestly really inspired me. Her name is Mina, and I think her content is phenomenal. Please, please, please go check her out, because her video actually really inspired this one heavily, and so I wanted to give credit where credit is due because her content is just absolutely phenomenal. But let's talk about the beauty industry. So we literally, like I said, there are so many different celebrity skincare, fragrance, or makeup brands that are popping up all the time. Like honestly, I cannot keep up enough with it. Like literally, I went into Ulta Beauty the other day, and the amount of sections dedicated to strictly celebrity makeup was honestly nuts at this point. And so it kind of, yeah, it makes you start to wonder about why people are doing it. Why are there so many things happening? And is this actually going to end up like existing for a long time, or is this going to start dying off? So let's talk about the beauty industry. So the value of the beauty industry is absolutely insanely massive. According to this article, it is around 511 billion. So globally, the industry is strong and only getting stronger. How big is the beauty industry? From 483 billion in 2020 globally to 511 billion in 2021. And with an annual compound growth rate of 4.75% worldwide, it's predicted to exceed 716 billion by 2025. So the numbers are showing that this is going to continuously grow and succeed. The beauty industry is absolutely massive. And I mean, I get that. Don't get me wrong. I'm going to be honest. I'm one of those people that will purchase a shit ton of stuff from hair care and skincare and everything. And I do also think that, especially with the concept of the self-development or becoming the best version of yourself trends growing, I think that plays into a heavy role where people want to perfect themselves more. And so with these numbers and showing how lucrative that this industry is, that leads to celebrities joining into it. So why are celebrities actually hopping into it outside of the other aspects of it being so freaking wealthy? So first of all, this would fall under different categories for skincare, beauty, like makeup, or fragrances. So there is actually a little bit of a history behind that. There was a lot of endorsements by celebrities. I know back in the early 2000s even, we saw a heavy depiction of celebrities endorsing any product, and if a celebrity endorsed it, a lot of people were more willing to actually purchase the product in general. However, there was not a lot of creative handling with this. Celebrities weren't able to really have much control. They were simply a face of it, and that was it. And not to mention their cut for the marketing was not as big. I believe that was a heavy reason why some people started to realize, ooh, what if I make my own brand? I think it kind of follows the same thing that a lot of influencers have done. For example, if we actually saw at the very beginning a lot of influencers, I remember this heavily when I watched the beauty community a lot back in the day, is they would collaborate with beauty companies. So for example, there would be like a Jeffree Star or Manny MUA. You guys know some of the OGs, Laura Lee, I believe, and there were so many others, but they would collaborate with brands like Tarte, Too Faced, and they would have their own special collection, and then the collection would sell. They would get some essentially commission or maybe a flat rate potentially, and then that would be it. Only problem is, it's just like celebrities, they kind of start started realizing that there was more that they could make pretty much, and they could have actual creative control. Celebrities and influencers alike, I believe, started actually making their own brands. Now, here's the difference though. There's a lot more ethical ways of doing it that I've seen other influencers do versus celebrities, and here's why. A lot of the people that actually make their own beauty brands, they are literally involved with that niche heavily. So for example, we have One Size Beauty, which is an incredible brand that I've seen that was done by Patrick Starr. That is what this individual is known for. They make beauty content, and so for them to make a makeup brand, it makes logical sense. Manny MUA, again, another beauty creator who literally is heavily involved with makeup and everything and beauty and loves it. They had such a history in it, they made it, and that makes sense. Whereas if we see someone that actually doesn't have much hand in the beauty industry, it honestly doesn't make a lot of sense for them to make a beauty brand. And so that's why I think at the end of the day, celebrities are using this as simply a cash grab. Additionally, I do think another big reason why, especially in the past several years, that this is popping off a lot more for celebrities is, I think a big example is Kylie Cosmetics. So if you guys don't know Kylie Cosmetics back in the day, I actually remember wanting to buy some of her lip kits, but I literally was too broke at the time. I was a kid. But I remember really seeing the promotion and Kylie Cosmetics and the boom of it all and the release of the lip kits, which at the time that was actually a really interesting and revolutionary product. With her first year of launching, Kylie Cosmetics profited $400 million, which is absolutely insane. And Kylie Cosmetics, I believe, is one of the best performing celebrity brands so far, which is crazy to think about. But for her still being a teenager and launching that, I think seeing those results and how massive it was made a lot of other people think, oh shit, you know, I could do that too. Now, I want to talk about now with the issues with celebrity beauty brands and why this is so problematic and why this is overused to hell. First of all, I think the common one that we know and are kind of expecting is the oversaturation. We know that there are so many different beauty brands that are all over the world that are existing, and some of us have our favorites, but we get to a point where there are so many things, and this is such a common thing that celebrities do at this point. It's like there's no creativity. You know what I mean? Like, it's just such a simple, like, slap a label, slap my name on it and go, and it's just oversaturating the actual industry. And I feel like also it's really weird to me too, because I feel like it's oversaturating it to the way that other indie brands and other smaller brands that are trying to grow, that don't have the investing and financial capacity, don't even really have an opportunity to have a chance at growing, simply because there are so many different celebrity brands that come out. Now, again, that's not to say that there is no way for a company to grow and develop, but with the oversaturation, some people are more interested in, let's say, if Taylor Swift came out with a brand, they're going to be more interested in purchasing that because they know that they love her and they would rather purchase that instead of sometimes maybe from a smaller business or other actual companies as well that aren't celebrity endorsed. Now, additionally, I want to talk about another problem that's really rose with this, and this is not at all just strictly about celebrities. This has happened in many different beauty companies, but I want to talk about the lack of quality and care, and that really bothers me. So if you guys don't know, there have been many situations, for example, where we have had Kylie Cosmetics, and yes, I do like some things with Kylie, but with this, I'm gonna absolutely call this one out. Kylie Cosmetics has actually had some quality issues, and some of the products even to this day are launched. For example, the collaboration with Kris Jenner, some of the products just weren't as good. The highlighters were a little bit more chunky, or even before, they've had products just break and the quality just wasn't necessarily there. And for me, I'm gonna be honest, because I've used makeup for years. That was literally my like big obsession when I first started content creation, was literally makeup. Like, I was a beauty creator, that was my thing. And so seeing some of Kylie's products physically in comparison to others, in my opinion, I feel like a lot of it is just very outdated to the point of where you can get better quality for cheaper somewhere else, but simply because it has a name of Kylie Jenner on it, then more people are wanting to purchase it as well, but the quality isn't necessarily there. Again, I would also like to say that Kylie Jenner actually had a little bit of a scandal too, where another example of this was her brush set. She sold a brush set that was stupid expensive. Literally, I remember looking at it thinking like, I know damn well they're not worth that. Like, I get it that certain brushes can be expensive and high quality, but if you're gonna sell it for a high price, they need to be very high quality. And they were not at all. There were some issues with it. The containing and packaging was super duper cheap, but that's just one of the examples of the lack of quality. Now, additionally, I wanna talk about some of the skincare aspects too. So if you guys don't know, Millie Bobby Brown, also from Stranger Things, actually has a company that's called Florence by Mills. Now, she's very, very young when this was created, so I am very uncomfortable with the fact that they they pushed her as such a young teenager or kid pretty much into the beauty industry as the face of a brand, which, okay, let's be real here. It's not like she's there having a major role in the creation of it. Sure, she can pick out colors and things, but she's still a child. She couldn't even consent to many things on her own. So it's not like she could probably consent to things with a creation of her own brand. Now with this, there's been many issues with this company. For example, it is again targeted to a younger demographic since Millie is technically a younger woman right now, but at the time she was still technically a kid. But with this brand though, the quality was not really the greatest. There's been some really alarming ingredients in some of these products, just not the best of quality, and so it doesn't really look good and reflect on her very well. But again, she's a kid, so I understand that she probably doesn't have a lot of control over that. But it's another example of a celebrity brand that doesn't have the greatest quality, for example, but is pushing out heavily because the face of it is a celebrity. Another thing that I want to talk about is the lack of passion involved with the creating of these products. So I know there are many people who want to create beauty brands because they genuinely have a passion for it and they actually have a goal with it. They want to create something special. But what I noticed with a lot of celebrity beauty brands or even fragrances, it's very like cheaply done. You know what I mean? It's very hard to find quality. Now again, I am going to say there are going to be some really, really great celebrity brands I'm going to name towards the end that I personally do love and think that are great examples of this. But again, the majority of this is going to be calling out the bullshit with it. I just see like a lack of creativity because there are many people that will come out with beauty brands where you look at them and you're like, I know you're not designing this. Like, I know you don't have an actual hand or care or passion. It's more of a cash grab to you. And again, considering that literally this industry is so lucrative, it's genuinely not hard for them to do it. Let's be real here. If you have a lot of money, you can find vendors, you can find anyone that can design your packaging. You can literally develop a business so quickly simply because you have money and connections. And so in all reality, it is not hard for them to develop something very quickly, have a very generic formula, slap on a label that looks cool and say that, hi, I'm the celebrity that's promoting this to you, and then it can sell out very quickly. So I just don't think that a lot of these celebrities actually have true passion behind it, and I think it's really disappointing because for me, as someone who really had such a deep passion for beauty as well, I think it's really sad because like for me, when I see other brands that actually have true care and passion for the beauty industry and just the product, but also the customers, you can really see that actually with the products and everything. Take for example, I do believe Fenty Beauty by Rihanna, I think is a beautiful example of this. There was actually a lack of inclusivity in the beauty industry for makeup, which is absolutely ridiculous. And Rihanna was a huge stepping stone into actually creating a literal good shade range. It wasn't just shitty and just like, no, it actually had variety. There was more catering to other skin tones. That was really, really incredible and revolutionary. And so you could really see the passion and care for customers there. Whereas when you see a lot of other ones that are launched, it's like, okay, wow, an overpriced tinted moisturizer. Like, what the fuck is that going to do for us? And additionally, another topic I want to highlight with this is it pretty much gets the rich richer with ease. Like I said previously, it's really easy for a lot of celebrities at this point with money and connections to develop a business like this very fast. And especially with, again, it's not like it's just an individual that's trying to find the proper formulation, everything. They have connections to where they know how to find quality or whatever they need quickly. It's not hard for them to pretty much develop a brand overnight, honestly. I know that's metaphorical, but you know what I mean. It allows for them to make money very quickly, very easy, and it literally just gets the rich richer, in my opinion. And so I kind of sit back and I see some of these celebrity brands, and again, while not all of them are bad, I see some of them which are lacking quality and lacking actual creativity and care as just simple cash grabs that just sound really unethical, in my opinion. One last thing I want to mention with this is the problem with many celebrities don't actually use their own products. So literally, I know a lot of times many celebrities are trying to get into filming more documentaries, vlogs, and that stuff. And we've actually seen many celebrities that have had their own beauty brands that don't even use their products. Like their own makeup artists don't even have any of their products on the table. And that's a little bit odd to me because again, my thought process is why would you develop a product that you claim to love, but you don't even use? Like for me, I make something, I want to be stupid obsessed with it. And I want to use it all the time because I made something that I'm really, really happy about. So for me, I think it expresses the quality and lack of actual creativity and benefits that the company has, because if the creator doesn't even actually want to use the products themselves, unless it's for marketing purposes, I think that speaks volumes about the creation, the person, and the company. So now I think one of the final questions that some people like to ask is this actually really as much of a lucrative opportunity for celebrities? Even though the industry is booming, is this actually going to last? Now, a part of me is starting to really see a shift with marketing, content creation, and just celebrity stuff as a whole to where more people are more inclined to listen to people who are real and actually relatable. For example, we've actually seen a lot of different celebrities try hard to do and produce more content that's more down down to earth and relatable because they want to stay more relevant. Now, again, if you are trying to be better and relatable and more down to earth, love that. I applaud you for it. But I'm noticing that change and shift. And so what I'm wondering is, I wonder if the celebrity brand stuff is not going to perform as well. Now, I know we've seen the huge boom with the celebrity perfume stuff, but I do think some of the celebrity perfume trends have died down. I think one of the big ones that I noticed was Ariana Grande's collections, which actually they're very good. Like, I loved those perfumes. Yummy, yummy, yummy. With most of them, they don't really perform as good and they're not as great. I wonder if is going to be an actual decline because it's not something that people can really connect to as well. And I feel like in order for them to succeed still, they're going to have to amp up their passion, creativity, and efforts with the company instead of just slapping on a generic formula and calling it a day. Now, again, I want to actually highlight some really beautiful and good examples of beauty brands that I think are actually killing it, that are really good and make sense. So again, Fenty Beauty I think is a really good one. There's a wide variety of shades. They're honestly really amazing products. I have tried the foundation before. I have tried eyeshadow before. I've also tried the lip glosses too. And I've seen so many people rave about it, and I'm really happy because there needs to be makeup for everyone in every skin tone. And so I think that that's a beautiful, successful company so far, which is really great. Another example of this is Selena Gomez's brand, which is Rare Beauty. Oh my goodness, the way that her blushes have gone viral. I honestly truly think she has a deep passion for it, and you could see with the quality and the performance as well. So many people rave about Rare Beauty, and it's very hard for me to even find any negative reviews about this company because people love the product so much. And honestly, because of that, that makes me more inclined to purchase the products even, because you can see the passion, quality, and the actual care for the consumers through the products. And then last one is Haus Laboratories, which is by Lady Gaga. This one honestly makes so much sense to me because Lady Gaga has been known for her crazy looks and things that are just maybe not technically society-based styles, which I think is awesome. Just not your everyday makeup, and I think that's so cool because she has an audience that really loves that. And so I've seen really good things about her products as well, and I do think that she is more involved with it, which I think is super duper cool. But those are just a couple of them that I think are really great representations. So at the end of the day, moral of the story, I think I would be very cautious. Even if you do like a celebrity, I would be cautious with approaching and purchasing some of these products, and just go into an actual physical store if you can and look at them and physically test them out yourself if possible, because more than likely there's many times where they are huge letdowns, and I feel really bad for people who drop major money on an eyeshadow palette that's just chalky and shitty and giving 2017 when you can literally spend that much money or even less on products that are actual great quality and more affordable for your budget. So that was it. Thank you guys so much for listening to my interesting little dive into the celebrity beauty industry. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel, and I will see you guys in the next video. Stay glowing, my beautiful queens. Love you. Bye.